Ah yes, the Super Nintendo, a truly great system with a load of awesome games to play, like Star Fox, Super Mario World, Donkey Kong Country, Mario's Time Machine. Wait a minute, Mario's Time Machine? Yeah, most of you have probably never heard of this game, but that's because it wasn't made by Nintendo, it was just endorsed. Mario's Time Machine is one of those edutainment games that was so popular way back when, made by Software Toolworks back in 1993. There's also an NES version of this game, but it's pretty rare and goes for as much as $60 on eBay. The Super Nintendo version is far cheaper because I got mine for only $1 at a pawn shop. Anyway, this game opens with a cutscene of Bowser explaining his plan to steal specific items from the past to create, quote, the greatest museum of all time, unquote. I'm just as surprised as you are. A plan that doesn't involve kidnapping the princess? That's just crazy. Anyway, you obviously play as Mario and go on a quest to give all the items back to their original owners. Now before we begin, let's talk about controls. If you have your standard SNES controller, you're going to get frustrated really fast because the controls are horribly unresponsive. Thankfully though, I have this, the ASciiWare Super Advantage, which, though used for fighting and driving games, works really well for side-scrollers too. Okay, let's get started. You're first be greeted by the Start menu, which the first button is Start Adventure. A little different, but okay. After that, it fades into Mario and Bowser's Castle with items from Bowser's Museum. Now, what you're going to have to do here is take the first item by pushing X. After that, you push R and are greeted by a pop quiz on Isaac Newton. I'm not the brightest crayon in the box, so it took me a while to do this on my first try. I'm going to speed this up because it takes a minute. When you're done with the quiz, you get to press L and the enormous time machine descends from the sky. Why it looks steam-powered, I'll never know. Anyway, to go back in time, you have to put in the right date and place the owner of the item and press A. Then you do what any time traveler does. Go surfing for mushrooms. Really? Surfing? Come on, Toolworks. Could this get any more corny? Forget I said that. Anyway, you just have to collect 10 mushrooms while avoiding these spiky ball things, and go into the whirlpool to travel to the correct time. If you don't, you'll be sent back to Bowser's Castle. Now, once you reach the correct place, you're supposed to talk to the other people in the level to complete the whole thing. But I say, screw the rules, I'm just going to go find Newton. Besides Newton, there are many other famous people in history, like Joan of Arc, Thomas Edison, Leonardo da Vinci, Duke Nukem. Nah, I'm kidding, but wouldn't that be funny if he was in this game?
Balls of steel.
One of the weirdest things I found in this game is that everyone knows Mario's name. Beethoven even knows he's from the future, and he responds to you when you talk to him. Beethoven's deaf. How is that possible? Then again, I am forgetting the fact that I'm playing as a short Italian man surfing through time. Anyway, to get back to Bowser's Castle, you just hit L, and this weird ball thing you have will be in your hand, and you just press A, and you are whisked away back to Bowser's museum. I actually learned some things, and this game was pretty fun, until I figured out I have to do this 24 more times. Now I realize why edutainment was just a fad, because it sucked. So is Mario's Time Machine really worth it? Well, it depends on who you are. If you're an avid collector of Mario memorabilia, then you'll definitely want to get this because this is a pretty rare one. And if you're like in my position who found it for like $1, $2, something like that, I'd get it because it gives you around maybe 5-10 minutes of entertainment, and then after that it gets boring because then the rest of the game is exactly the same. But if you're not an avid collector, or if you weren't in the situation I am and found it for like $9 on eBay, do not get it. It is not worth $10. buy something. You can probably buy Super Mario Brothers at a flea market for less than that. So basically, ratings, I give it a 3 for graphics because the spriting of it is actually pretty good. A 1 for gameplay because the controls are horrible if you don't have the right controller. I was lucky enough to have the right one. And is it worth replaying again? Not on your life. No.